The story takes place during the First Gulf War in 1991. Captain Marco led his squad in Operation Desert Storm. While conducting routine reconnaissance in Iraqi-controlled territory, they were suddenly ambushed. The squad quickly returned fire. Then, several armed helicopters appeared overhead, providing enemy support. Captain Marco was struck down. In that desperate moment, Sergeant Raymond fearlessly charged forward, risking his life to take on an entire enemy company. For his heroism, Raymond was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. Recalling that war, Major Marco was filled with gratitude for Raymond. During his speech, an audience member asked if Marco had been injured. Marco explained he had suffered a concussion and lost consciousness, so Raymond had taken command. He showed them the Medal of Honor, saying it was the dream of every soldier, and emphasized that such acts of bravery should always be remembered. The audience applauded warmly. After his speech, Marco left the gymnasium to applause. Suddenly, someone called his name. It was a man with a beard, nervous but familiar. He introduced himself as Corporal Melvin, a former member of Marco's Desert Storm squad. Marco remembered him and happily embraced him, but sensed Melvin was troubled. To prove his memory was intact, Melvin shakily recited a speech, word for word, the same lines Marco had just delivered. Marco tried to reassure him, thinking the war had left Melvin traumatized, and suggested he seek help at the VA hospital. But Melvin grew agitated, insisting that his dreams were terrifying. He pulled out a notebook filled with entries. Every night, he had the same recurring dream. Marco, seeing his old comrades so distraught, gently suggested PTSD. But Melvin suddenly erupted in anger, shouting that he had already seen doctors. His confusion came from one haunting contradiction. In his memory, it wasn't Raymond who saved them. It was Marco himself. Marco glanced down at Melvin's notebook, filled with dream sketches, and heard his whispered muttering. Something inside him stirred, as if the man's words had unlocked a hidden memory.